Hi everyone, I'm Ashley, one of the account managers here at VisionHQ. Customer Success Manager, I think, is my actual title, but you know what that means. Basically, if you're in our company, if you're one of our customers, you've probably worked with either myself or Tammy is our other account manager. So as your customer success managers, we are here to do just that, right? To ensure your success. So thank you for joining, whether you're joining with us here live now or you're watching this recorded webinar later on. I just really want to thank you for your time, and we're going to make the most of it here, I promise. So without further ado, I'm going to jump right in, share my screen. I put together a whole presentation for you that talks about our feature focus. So technology here is my friend. All right. I also have joining us on this webinar is Hannah. So Hannah is one of our marketing gurus, and she will be managing the chat feature. So if you're joining us live, please do feel free to pop in any questions at any point in time into the chat. If it's something that's pertaining to exactly what I'm talking about at that time, I will absolutely pause. Hannah has the rights to interrupt me and ask those questions. Otherwise, we'll save questions till the end. And then please do flood the chat with anything you want to discuss or have questions on. That's really what this is all about. We love to engage with our customers. Tammy and I get to do that on a regular basis, right? We're chatting with our customers, onboarding, launch, training calls, day in and day out. But these webinars are something that we're launching as a new feature each quarter. So you'll hear from us every single quarter as we release new things and discuss fun things that we're just releasing in the software and what it pertains to and how it can help you. As a company, we really like to stay innovative and stay up to date with all the industry trends. So a lot of that we do by hearing from our customers. So I'm going to start off here just by saying that, you know, whether again you're live or you are watching this recorded webinar, please do feel free to reach out to us as your account managers or support team at any point in time. We're always open to customer feedback, and we love hearing ways that we could do better and ways that we can help you in your practice through VisionHQ and through membership plans, right? Because that's what we do. But if you have recommendations for us, please reach out any point in time, either through support or through your account manager, success at vision-hq.com. You'll hear me say that email address a lot throughout this webinar because I want you to use it. I do want to hear from you. So again, without further ado, we're going to discuss a fun, exciting new feature that talks all about add-on plans, or sometimes you'll hear us refer to it as stackable plans. But what we have the ability to do now is help you to create custom plans for your insured and your uninsured patients. And I should already kind of be speaking your language here in the vision space. We know that you guys, if you're offering like an eyewear only plan, that's something that you're likely currently offering to patients who do have insurance already today. So I think the most fun and exciting thing about this new feature is that you're able to combine our stack plans. So we'll really get into it in discussing how to create and offer those. And then obviously like what patients could be the right fit for those types of plans. And then the nitty gritty of how to enroll them, how to click, where to click, and all the management tools we've built in to make sure you're successful in managing those for your patients. So since this is a new feature, let's talk about just new features kind of in general here for a few moments. Anytime we release something new on VisionHQ, we are going to highlight it through this little red bell or this little bell. It's not red just yet. In this example, it's not red. But as we release something new, you're going to see that it has a red dot, and that red dot will have a number on it. And then if you go to click on that bell, you're actually going to pull up our release notes. So the secondary box pops up to the top of your screen, and you can read about our latest, greatest feature that we've released. So for this one specifically, we released this actually back in January. So this is not something that's brand new, but it is something that's been getting a lot of chatter. People have been coming to us, asking us more questions about it. So that's the reason why we push this webinar out to everyone. We wanted to really get into the nitty-gritty details with you here. So plans for all or add-on plans, again, a feature where you can offer plans, membership plans to every single patient in your office. every single patient in your office can be a member, not just those without insurance. So I'm going to ask you, as you go through this webinar with me, feel free to open up your brain a little bit, get creative. I'm thinking about what things you're going to want to build into these plans. I do also want to reassure you that we updated our terms and conditions to prepare for this and to provide your office not only with the protection that you need to be able to do this, but also the flexibility to be able to offer these plans to every single patient in your office. And then stackable plans as well. As I mentioned, patients aren't just limited to one plan now. They can be on multiple different types of plans based really on how you build that out for your office. So again, release notes, anytime we have something new, check out that bell icon, read about it, learn more, and then you can always reach out to us with more questions. Now, in terms of what kind of plans you can create for your office, you're already likely a customer of ours, right? So you probably have at least the bottom 3 plans rolled out or something similar to them. So I like to highlight these as examples of what you might currently have, but I also like to highlight the plans, the 3 plans at the top. So these are more of our specialty plans that we've seen offices create and roll out and have really great success with. So we have a myopia plan, we have the specialty contact lens plan, we have a dry eye plan. I'm going to challenge you to come up with some creative ideas and ways that you and your team can create plans that can be utilized by all patients, regardless of their insurance status. Again, for those, we really do hit home on the eyewear only plan. Again, I hear a lot of our optometrists offering these types of plans to patients who have insurance, who just have poor coverage or poor benefit for eyewear. So that eyewear only plan kind of acts as like a discount plan, right? In providing your patients with a discount off of eyewear or possibly contact lenses, depending on how you build it out. But again, we can stack plans. Patients can be on multiple plans. As you're looking to create specialty plans in your office, I really like the approach of getting your team involved because your team knows your patients better than anyone else, right? You and your team do. And look to even like pull in your billing and insurance coordinators or specialists, right? Pull them into these conversations as well. What services aren't going to be covered by insurance or what services are getting frequently denied by insurance? And then look for ways to build those types of services into the plan. Or maybe it's materials that you're selling in the office above and beyond just glasses or contact lenses, right? If there's some other type of material that you sell in your office, drops, eye drops to your patient, for example, are those types of things you could build into a plan as well. And you'll see that as you look to bundle these plans into bundled price points, your case acceptance will go up. So again, really do get creative here with thinking of all these different types of things that you could build into a plan. What do you want to sell more of in your office, or what do you want to do more of service-wise, right, and offer to your patients and see that increased case acceptance go up. So get creative, pull in these different perspectives as you look to build this out in VisionHQ. Now, more on exactly how we build this out, the series of clicks, right? That's where Tammy or I, as your account managers, can really come in and help out. We got settings on the lower left, and then membership plans. Now, if you're a standard user, you likely won't see that you have access to that. So you do want to be an admin user or a business owner, right? A doctor. If you're looking to build something like this out, settings, membership plans, we're going to be taken into a screen that looks like this. Once you're on this screen, you'll see all of your active plans on the left. You have all of your drafted plans on the right. So if you're a team member on this call and you're thinking, oh, maybe we could build this into a plan, or maybe we could create a plan that looks like this, go in and create this plan. If you have the ability to do so, go click that add a new plan button and create your own plan, right? Just start from scratch and throw it out there. You're going to start by creating a plan title and plan details, and you can always save it as a draft, and you can always come back to it with the doctor or with your group of doctors or your team and say, hey, I had this idea. I'd like for you guys to take a look at this draft. Let's create and build something together and look at those price points, right, for success and making sure you're pricing it in a way that still keeps your office profitable. If you want to get creative with us, we're happy to help as well. So Tammy and I We work with hundreds of doctors across the nation, and we see doctors creating all sorts of different types of plans. I hand those dry-eyed, especially contact lens plans. Those are all templates that we currently have that we are happy to share with you. So if you're wanting to build out some of those specialty plans, again, just email us, success@visionhq.com. We'll either send those templates to you directly, or we'll give you the option to schedule a Zoom call with us. We always like to operate on Zoom because we're able to share our screens, take a look at the platform together, and literally have that dedicated time with you to build out a plan so we can actually take action and get something done, right? So 30 minutes, 60 minutes, you schedule with us however much time you feel like you need, and we'll be there to work with you and hold your hand every step of the way and give you some best tips and tricks on what we've seen other offices do to be successful. Now, once you have these plans activated and ready for rollout, or if you even are looking to stack on plans that you already have in existence, you're able to do so here and now today, right? So if you click on a member's account and you open up that member account, you'll see that this add a plan button is already displaying there. So you're able to click that button and stack on or add on a plan to an existing member's account. So simply click that button, follow the basic enrollment prompts. The system will take you through it every step of the way. Once that added on plan or stacked on plan is enrolled, once that patient's enrolled, you're going to see it displayed here under that plans tab. And you'll also see that you have the ability to make some modifications. Now, if you have a patient who maybe they're paying monthly for a plan, they're likely going to sign up for another plan and pay monthly, right? So the date that that patient signs up, that will be that date that that reoccurring monthly charge comes due. We can always adjust that secondary plan that we've created to make sure that both plans get charged on the same day. You're able to do that by adjusting their next payment date. You're also able to modify a patient's term as well. Now, if you're one of our customers, you already know, we've said this many times, that regardless of how patients pay, everybody is locked into a 12-month term. So you'll see that the plan will default to that 12-month term. But again, that is something you are able to modify or change just based on that patient's preference and what makes the most sense for them. So feel free to click around, take those actions. I'll also note that you do have to be very intentional about making those changes, right? So if you want to play around a little bit with a patient's plan and just click through those options, you'll see that you have to type in your full name to make any changes go into effect. So again, I always stress, play around with it a little bit just to see what actions you can take and how you can truly manage those things for your patient. New member enrollment now looks like this as well. So if you're used to somebody who's working in our software, you're enrolling patients in the office, this is the screen that you see every single day. Because ideally you're adding members every single day, right? So name, date of birth, we select the plan we want to enroll them in, and we can see this link is already appearing for you on your dashboard. So you have the option to add a secondary plan or a third or a fourth plan right then and there. There is no limit to the amount of plans a patient can be enrolled on. So you'd click that link, and then you're able to select that secondary plan from the dropdown and then click add. So in this example here, we were enrolling Bailey in 2 plans, and we can see that's clearly laid out for us, right? So I'm not going to go through the rest of the enrollment process. If you're here, you're a customer of ours, you should already be a pro at enrolling patients. But I do like to highlight this level of detail that we've included in building this feature out. Now, once a member is enrolled in 2 or more plans, both of those plans are going to display on your member list. This member list is something that your team should be looking at every single day. Your team should be logging into VisionHQ if you have members and be making sure that those member accounts are up to date, they're active, and they're good to go, right? So we do that just by looking at those status dots. Those green dots on your screen indicate the plan is active and in good standing. If it was yellow or red, it would indicate an account is late or canceled, right, or delinquent. So these verification status types are something that you want to be looking at or make sure your team is looking at every single day. And when patients are enrolled in multiple plans, we're going to display status types for both plans. So we'll still make it quick and easy for you to do that verification check. Your dashboard is updated now as well. We're no longer just tracking members, right? We're now tracking subscriptions because patients can be on multiple plans, therefore multiple subscriptions. So you can see that number at the top. It tells you your current active subscriptions, right? How many is paying monthly, how many are paying annual. And then our pie chart also tells us how many subscriptions we have for each plan that we are offering in the practice. With this dashboard, another just fun customization thing to note is all these little squares or widgets that you see on your screen. You can customize this. I personally always like to keep the more important ones to the top, right? So your activity feed here, this is something I would click, drag, hold, move it up to the top of my screen. That activity feed is designed to show you what's going on in real life time within your platform. So like your notifications hub, right? We always want to stay informed of when patients are enrolling themselves, maybe updating payment methods, etc. So not only your activity feed does that, but we're also sending you inbox notifications of that as well. So customize your dashboard, make it look whatever way it makes sense for your user. And then while we're looking at that dashboard, as an account manager, I'm absolutely going to put in a plug for our launch checklist and our member magic rewards. Our member magic rewards, I'll start there. We always like to keep things fun and exciting around here. We like to keep our users engaged, right? We like to make sure that your team is using the software and having fun in doing so. So click on member magic rewards and learn how your team or you as a user individually can win some money. Each and every single month, we are giving out rewards to our highest performing offices, right? So if you're an office that's adding a lot of members, you can get rewarded for those members that you are adding. We send you digital gift cards currently directly to your inbox. So fun and exciting ways to keep you and your team engaged. If you're a business owner on here, make sure your team is aware of that as well. And then your launch checklist. Your launch checklist was programmed to be on your dashboard the moment you came on with us as a customer and had a call either with myself or Tammy, right? So your onboarding call is when that launch checklist appeared, and it's not going to go away until you cross each and every single step off. So if your launch checklist is still there and you've been a customer of ours for a while now, I'm going to challenge you to get it done. Read through it, review it. If something's underlined, it's hyperlinked, right? So you can click on it and you're going to be taken to anywhere within our platform that you need to go to be able to complete that step. We do have a lot of training materials built into that launch checklist, right? A link to our team training video. Sometimes I hear our customers say, well, I don't want to check that off because if I check everything off and it goes away, how do I get that team training video again? Well, rest assured, you can still find it under help. Clicking on help there that's highlighted with that red arrow, it's going to pop open our help center. All you have to do is type in training. Our training video is going to pop up. You're going to be taken to our help article where you can see that. We're also going to link in there for you some scripting and a morning huddle form. So you can be really intentional about figuring out who you're going to offer your membership plans to every single day. So do complete that launch checklist. Do go through step by step. You'll see that a lot of those things relate to marketing features. So you can click on that marketing tab as well. That's highlighted there in pink. And you're going to see that you're able, again, to complete each of those action items, QR codes, email and text blasts, etc. Now, speaking of email and text blasts, since you're on this webinar, again, whether you're live or you're watching this recording, I am going to highlight a really fun promotional limited time deal that we're throwing out here right now. Email and text blasts are something we recommend you send off to your patients as soon as you launch your plans. Whether you've done that or not, you are able to email us, success@visionhq.com, and we will do this for you. So right now, we're looking to build out this feature. So not only are we discussing current features, we're talking about new upcoming things on this one too. So we're looking to build out a feature within our platform where you're able to just simply upload patient information in the form of names, date of birth, and email. Once we have a phone number, once we have that information, what we're going to do with it here at VisionHQ, we are going to send off these email blasts for you. So initially we're going to do email. Right now, it's not an automated process, so we do need to we need to connect with you over email, have you send us that patient information, and then we're going to send off the email blast. We are looking to roll out text as well. So we're looking to roll out text probably within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So email and text blasts, it's part of your launch strategy, right? It's one of those tasks you should do. We will do it for you. As it exists today, you just need to reach out to us, right? And send us obviously that patient information. Start with that email and we'll take care of the rest in letting you know how to get us that patient info. These emails that go out to your patients, they're going to be white labeled. So by that, I mean, they're going to have your office logo. They're going to have your office contact information, your name, your address, your phone number, and an email address as well. So patients are going to know that they can trust it when they receive something like that because they already trust you. They're one of your patients. And then we're going to have call to action messaging. As you can see in this example here on the left side of your screen, we have a link and then a button as well. Patients will be directed to click either one of those with our call to action messaging. And when they do, whether they click either one, they're going to be taken to your patient's sign up page. You should really be familiar with your patient's sign up page. If you don't know what I'm talking about, click on help on the lower left of your platform and find that patient sign up page. It's linked right there. It's a quick link. We put it there intentionally. We want you to have really easy access to it. Make sure you're familiar with it. Make sure your team is really familiar with it because this is where we're always driving patients in any promotional messaging, highlighting your plans. We want them to land there. We want them to be able to see your plans and know that they can sign up and enroll all on their own. So again, be really familiar with that page. Make sure it looks however you want it to look and reach out to us if you do want to take advantage of this feature that we're promoting. We're promoting it through the rest of the quarter. So if you're one of our newer customers, you do have time to create your plans. I still encourage you to do that as soon as possible, right? Because the sooner you do that, the sooner you can start getting members. But reach out to us and let us know how we can help you complete that launch step. And then as we wrap up, I always encourage all of our users to just get hands-on, play around in the software, carve out just 5 minutes of your day. That's really all it takes. As I mentioned, you're not going to make really hard and fast changes without being really intentional. So especially when it comes to managing member accounts, you do have to type in your full name oftentimes to see changes go into effect. So again, play around in our software. If you don't know what something is, click on it, right? Learn more about it or reach out to us via email or through our help center to get your answers. And then other ways that we always like to stay connected with you, watch out for us in your inbox. So Hannah, as I mentioned, she's on this call. She's one of our amazing marketing team members, and shout out to her. She creates these, the content behind it. We really do like to highlight things that you can do in your practice to stay successful or stand out, things you can do for marketing your membership plans and just really seeing increased case acceptance and increased members. So reach out to us through these emails as well that get delivered to your inbox. If you're not seeing these in your inbox, shoot me an email, we'll get you signed up. It's really just as easy as that. But through these emails, you're able to book some time with us. There should never really be any confusion on how to get in touch with us because we really do strive to maintain a close, responsive relationship with all of our customers. So in closing, I'm going to leave this up here. I've said it many times, but a visual always helps. So success@vision-hq.com. That's how you get in touch with either myself or Tammy, your other account manager. This email address is actually managed by both of us. So we are ready and willing to help you with whatever it is you want to build or create. Really, the opportunities are endless. So I'm going to turn it over here to Hannah for a moment. And now is the time where you, if you're with us live, please drop those questions into the chat if you haven't already. Hannah, do we have any questions that I can answer for our customers?
Not that I see. Does anyone have any questions before we end today's webinar? I think we're good, looks like. But if anyone has any questions later, please, again, feel free to email success@vision-hq.com and Ash will be able to help you. Thank you guys so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a great rest of your day.